Good afternoon, and welcome to Purdue University Northwest. Yeah. Will those who are able please stand for the singing of the national anthem? Chancellor Keon, the convocation of Purdue University Northwest 4th Commencement is assembled. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this commencement exercise, the culmination of Purdue Northwest student success, and indeed one of the proudest days in the lives of our graduates and their families. For today's commencement, some of you have traveled across town, others from across the world, and still others from many locations in between. Today is a day of celebration and recognition, a day of applauding achievement, a day of proud reflection, and perhaps even shedding a tear or two of joy. And of course, this is the day you're receiving your diploma. Candidates, I applaud your hard work, determination, and sacrifice. Parents, grandparents, other family members, and friends, I also applaud your hard work, determination, and sacrifice. Graduation is not a celebration exclusive to those that are receiving their diplomas. Before we continue the celebration, I invite our graduating candidates to offer their heartfelt, thankful applause for the support they received from parents and others who in various ways helped them through this process. Candidates? Purdue Northwest is honored to have some special guests with us today to help celebrate our graduates. It is my pleasure to welcome our Purdue Northwest legacy families. Each PNW legacy family has a second and in some cases third generation candidate participating in the ceremony today. They are our sons, daughters, siblings, grandchildren. We are grateful that you extend the tradition, and we are very proud to have you with us today. Will the legacy families please stand? Thank you. My lone instruction of the day is to ask that all in attendance be respectful as we read the names of each candidate, so that each of you will be able to hear the name of your graduating candidate. Thank you. Several individuals whose leadership is vital to Purdue University Northwest are seated on the platform. And as much as they will not be introduced later, I want to take this opportunity to introduce them now. As I do, I will ask them to stand and remain standing, and I will invite you to recognize them with your applause after all have been introduced. President of Purdue University, Mitch E. Daniels, Jr. Vice Chancellor for Administration and Finance, Mr. Stephen Turner. Vice Chancellor for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Dr. Carmen Panlilio. Vice Chancellor for Advancement and presenter of the candidates, Dr. Regina Biddings-Moreau. Vice Chancellor for Information Services, Mr. Tim Winders, and our diploma marshals today are Ms. Cheryl Arroyo and Ms. Jennifer Williams. Outstanding, dedicated faculty serve the students of Purdue University Northwest. Through teaching, research, and engagement, our faculty enrich learning and further student success. For that, I invite the members of our hardworking faculty to stand and be recognized with our applause. Donald Babcock joins us this afternoon as our guest speaker. Donald L. Babcock is the Director of Economic Development for Northern Indiana Public Service Company, NIPSCO. As the Director of Economic Development at NIPSCO, the largest distributing company in Indiana, Don works closely with many community leaders and organizations across northern Indiana to attract new business and support industrial expansion to build our economy. Raised in Highland, Indiana, and with more than 40 years of experience in the energy business, Don has held numerous leadership positions at NIPSCO and NiSource, NIPSCO's parent company, including operations, sales, customer service, marketing, and public affairs. He holds a master's degree in business administration from the University of Chicago and a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Purdue University Northwest. Most importantly, he is the proud father of two Purdue University engineering graduates, daughter Julie and son Ryan. His wife, Sue, is a retired first grade teacher in Michigan City, Indiana, where he resides. Please join me in welcoming Dawn to the podium.
Well, thank you, Chancellor. We're blessed with having such a great leader at Purdue Northwest, and I can be more proud of the outcomes of your leadership, which today is one great example of it. But this is kind of my routine kickoff for most things I do because, you know, being with the energy company, part of my job is to put a little bit extra energy in whatever's going on. So let me start with this. Good afternoon, Northwest Indiana. And it's my honor and privilege to welcome and congratulate the 2018 graduating class of Purdue Northwest, my alma mater. It wasn't mentioned in the notes, by design, by the way, that I'm a 1977 graduate of then Purdue Calumet and now Purdue Northwest. And I can't tell you enough about how Purdue Northwest was a game changer in my life, and it will be a game changer in all of your lives. And a little bit about who the blank is Don Babcock, right? So I tell a little bit of the story in that I grew up in Highland, and I got my engineering degree. I was a motorhead in high school. I spent summers on a farm driving tractors when I was 12. I put myself through some challenging cases, and so not just plowing fields all day or baling hay or picking corn, but also cleaning out stalls in the barn, right? So when it's 90 degrees out and the manure's this high and you're this high, it's a lot of work. But it's times you remember that you get through when you are challenged. And I couldn't be more prouder of my Purdue degree. I'd stack my Purdue degree, and I have over the years, up against MIT grads, Rose-Hulman grads, you name the university. The knowledge that was provided to me from Purdue Northwest is every bit as solid as you can get from those brand name universities, if you will. The Chancellor mentioned that I'm extremely proud too, and what really substantially changed my life was when both my children got their engineering degrees. And I'm a new grandpa as of last year, so that's so cool. Man, when I was younger, you tell me I'm gonna be grandpa, I'm like, boy, that's pretty old to be grandpa. But anyway, so I graduated in '77. My mom and dad split up when I was about 5, and my mom raised 4 boys in a little 746 square foot home in Highland, Indiana, and rode the South Shore to Chicago every day for a better job. And as I mentioned, I got interested in motorsports and, you know, engines and how they worked and all that stuff. And so I spent my lunch hours in the library learning about horsepower curves and efficiency curves and, you know, X and Y axes. And, you know, I didn't even know what a Z axis was until I went to Purdue and got my engineering degree. And was fortunate enough that when I graduated from Purdue, my senior design project was a dewatering project. We were trying to build a nuclear plant next to Bethlehem Steel at the time, and we were worried about draining the interdunal ponds and would have a negative effect on the environment. So I was picked up by NIPSCO and have been there more or less ever since. And the mother of my children was also a Purdue Calumet, now Purdue Northwest grad, and she was a nurse. And between the two of us, we immediately, you know, 6 weeks after we were married, moved into a nicer home than anybody else in the whole family. Anybody else in the whole family, there's 2 young kids that are out there and going for it. And it really, as I said, was a game changer in my life. And I've got 2 phenomenal children because of that. And so I guess, you know, it's just thinking a little bit deeper about today. You know, you can Google it now. When I was a kid, you know, you went and read an encyclopedia or down to the library or something to learn something. But so, you know, Google what's the meaning of life, right? And if you saw, this is too old for even you guys, City Slickers, and, you know, the 2 guys are on the horseback following with Jack Palance out in the desert, and, you know, he's the deep sage, and they're kind of the City Slickers. You know, they don't know the front end of a horse from the back end of the horse. But anyway, they're writing out there, okay, what's the meaning of life? And he goes, well, it's just one thing. And then, well, Billy Crystal says, well, what's the one thing? And he goes, well, that's for you to find out. I have a bigger suggestion than that, and that instead of, I think the question is wrong. It's not so much of what is the meaning of life, it is putting meaning in your life. And to put meaning in your life, you do what you guys have done, right? You've run the gauntlet, you've won the race, you've climbed the mountain, you have a degree that nobody else can take away from you. That knowledge, I don't care what happens to you, is ingrained in you, and you'll remember your experiences here, and you can literally take that degree to the bank. Now, the other thing that I find is, I'm getting a little older now, is that investing in other people, and investing in the people that you care about, and making commitments. You make a commitment, you follow through on your commitment. Try not to get too many commitments out there, but follow through on your commitments. You'll build trust and respect, and people will want to be around you because they're worried about where they're going in their life. So if you can define yourself and know where you're going, you'll have it all. So in my day, this would really be dating me. So I had to have the fast cars, right? So either impress the guys or get the girls, because I was way too young looking to get a date anywhere. So that's why I spend my libraries on the horsepower curve. So anyway, at that time, I would try to keep myself pumped up about stuff, and I would get 8 tracks, right? So 8 tracks, nobody even knows what an 8-track is anymore, but it's a recording device. It's about this thick, and it's about that big. It's bigger than a CD or DVD or anything else. And then I went to cassettes and CDs and DVDs, and now you got, everything's on your phone or wherever else it is. But I did have my little playlist, and I had my stuff that I would have. And so some of the things that have been on my playlist for a long time have been even Michael Jackson, right? Change, right? Change. It starts with a man in the mirror. You want to change something, you figure out how to get yourself on the right track, right attitude, hang out with the right people, you can make some change, right? Another one, this is, let's see, Sylvester Stallone, right? The Italian stallion or whoever. Stand for something or die for nothing. Same message, right? Or Aretha Franklin, right? R-E-S-P-E-C-T. You guys are going to have to join me in this a little bit. Find out what it means to me, right? Socrates, I don't know if that's it or not. I don't know exactly, but anyway. Or Dolly Parton, right? When you get the chance, will you sit it out or dance? And of course, I hope you all dance. You got to put yourself in uncomfortable positions sometimes to really figure out what you're made of and whether you can do it. And trust me, when I graduated from Purdue, I was scared to death to get anywhere in front of anybody to talk about anything. I could do fine on one-on-one stuff because I had the confidence in my engineering degree and the stuff I built and the things I did. But to get up and tell anybody else about who I am or what I'm about or what I'm trying to do is like, not in a million years. I'd rather jump in the Shark Tank than that. But anyway, I hope you dance. This is more recent, right? I love all your perfect imperfections. Somebody you care about, you recognize their flaws, you try to compliment their flaws, you try to help them be a better person. Because at the end of the day, if they're a better person, you're going to feel better about being part of their family or their friends or some things people count on you. And then only two more. Only two. That's a Richard Nixon thing, right? Only 2 or something like. Nobody even remembers that stuff, right? But anyway, we may not be around in 20 years, but they're still going to remember we're here, right? So make your mark, make something happen, be part of something bigger. Stay in touch with your alumni and other friends. And here's the last one: don't stop believing. Don't stop believing, right? So, we live in the greatest time this nation has ever seen, the most advanced technological opportunities, the best way to communicate with anyone, and you have availed yourself to have a powerful degree, I hate to use the word weapon, but a competitive advantage in your pocket with your degree from Purdue, and, use the social media, learn how to use it in the right way, keep connected, make something happen. But, so don't stop believing, but, we live in a state of thinkers and innovators and makers. We are, there's a lot of innovators, creators, and entrepreneurs in Northwest Indiana, and your degree is a ticket to go someplace else, right? Or stay here. You know, that ticket, you could go to the East Coast or the West Coast or someplace warm or, I mean, I don't know, out in the jungle, wherever you want to go. You can take your degree and pretty much go anywhere. But this state has been on a roll since your president, by the way, was the governor of this great state since 2005. And we have become the consistent positive force for economic growth in a state that businesses are willing to risk their hard-earned money on and locate here. And so I'd argue that I hope some of you do venture out, but I hope at some point you think about coming back to Northwest Indiana because we need you. When I was a kid, you would go down to the beach and there's so much smog and dirt and stuff in the air, you'd never see the sunset over Chicago, ever. I mean, the air stunk, it was orange, it was pink, it was, you know, black, gray, whatever. There were a lot of gray skies around here, but industry has cleaned up their act, and we've got some of the most powerful industries in Northwest Indiana. We've got a lot of new innovation in Northwest Indiana, and you can see here, our communities are getting rebuilt. I'm very active in Michigan City. We're rebuilding the whole city, but you can make it here. You can either make stuff for somebody else, or you can make it personally here. You can start a business. But I hope you do consider coming back to Northwest Indiana. And I want to close with one last thing, and this is, as you take on the bigger challenges in your life, even bigger than getting your degree, right? I'm so proud of all of you for getting your degree. But if you get on the roll with try to do something bigger, particularly in a community, you're going to pick up some naysayers, right? Some people that are nervous about the future, or we tried that and it didn't work, or they're in there and they're just worried and whatever. And to the extent that those naysayers have a logical point of view, you should incorporate in your plans as you move forward. And this can be in the community, can be in a business, can be anywhere. You should incorporate those plans. But when they bring out their pitchforks and their sledgehammers and their venom and their negative political agenda, I'd say forget them. Just leave them by the sideline. Stay with the yay-sayers. Stay with the people that believe that their collective positive energies can create a better future. And I do believe that you are all part of the better future for Northwest Indiana, for the nation for that matter, if you go someplace else. But my sincere congratulations to all of you, and I wish you all the best. And if I can ever do anything to help you, please count me in. So congratulations.
Thank you, Don. For those of you who don't know Don, any place you go in Northwest Indiana where they're trying to promote economic development and trying to bring new industry, you're going to find Don Babcock. So for each of you that are graduating, he would love to find you all a job, I'm sure. Don, thank you. For the introduction of degrees, I now invite Professor Dan Wilbur, representing the Purdue Northwest faculty, to the podium.
The conferral of academic degrees is a critical responsibility, the accomplishment of which signifies that degree recipients have successfully completed a sufficiently rigorous and enlightening curriculum of courses that provide appropriate preparation to assume roles of contribution, responsibility, and leadership that advance our society. The faculty of Purdue University Northwest has evaluated the academic accomplishments and public speaking of the candidates presented here today, and concluded that, depending upon the completion of any outstanding final assignments, each of you meet the criteria for receiving a Purdue University degree. Based on that conclusion, the faculty recommends to the Purdue Board of Trustees that appropriate degrees be conferred. We have assembled here to celebrate that conferral.
Dr. Ralph Mueller, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Provost, We'll now recognize distinguished undergraduate students.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my joy and privilege to provide special recognition to those individuals receiving baccalaureate degrees who have demonstrated outstanding scholastic achievement. The commencement booklet contains a statement of the basis upon which the status of distinction and highest distinction is determined. Candidates wearing black and gold cords symbolize this achievement. I invite the degree candidates who are graduating with highest distinction to please stand and remain standing. I also invite the degree candidates who are graduating with distinction to please stand and remain standing. On behalf of the Purdue trustees and the faculty of Purdue University Northwest, I congratulate you on your outstanding academic records. May you continue to be motivated by excellence and high standards in your quest to make positive contributions throughout your life. Congratulations again. You may be seated. I now introduce the Dean of the Honors College, Dr. John Rowan, who will recognize candidates from the Honors College.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to recognize the candidates from the Honors College, and I invite the Honors College candidates to please stand and remain standing. These students have fulfilled the graduation requirements of the Honors College, including completion of the academic curriculum and related coursework, substantive research in their areas of discipline, service engagement with the local community, and leadership across a diverse range of areas. These students have received and are wearing the Honors College medallions on gold and black ribbons. I invite the Honors College candidates to be seated.
At this time, I'm pleased to facilitate recognition of those individuals who have qualified to receive the Purdue University Northwest Chancellor's Medallion. The Chancellor's Medallion is presented to the graduating students who have achieved the highest grade point average within each of the academic colleges of Purdue University Northwest. We would like to present each of those graduates to you at this time. I now invite Brooke Folds of the College of Business to please come to the stage, and I also invite Brooke's family members to stand and share in this recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Dean Jane Muchler to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Business.
I am pleased and proud to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Business. I invite the candidates to stand and remain standing. College of Business candidates, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Dean Chris Holford to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Engineering and Sciences.
Engineering and science students, we can do better than that. Provost Mueller, I am pleased and proud to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Engineering and Sciences. I invite the candidates to stand and remain standing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Dean Elaine Carey to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences.
Good afternoon, everybody. And the chess students can do better than all of the students. So please stand and remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce and am proud and pleased to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Dean Lisa Hopp to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Nursing.
All right, nurses. I am pleased and prouder than anyone to present candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Nursing. Stand up and remain standing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Dean Nias Latif to present the candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees in the College of Technology.
I must say I can't match those, but Provost Mueller, I'm pleased and proud to present candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees in the College of Technology. I invite the candidates to stand and remain standing.
Before I present you for the formal awarding of degrees, I will charge each of you in my capacity as Purdue University Northwest's Chief Academic Officer. Today is Commencement Day. As the word commence indicates, this is a time of beginnings, not ends. A beginning of a journey to find your individual future. During the past few years, we have grown very fond and very proud of you. So I will convey my charge through three distinct observations about you. Our first observation, innovation, is about your past, about your eagerness and readiness to innovate. You arrived on campus a few short years ago, the very beginning of what then seemed so far away, today, beginnings day. You came ready to think, you were ready to learn about listening, about speaking, and about doing. But also you were ready to explore others' points of view, others' ways of life, and others' explanations of what you were assured previously were universal truths. All led to the one goal, the one we're here to mark and celebrate today, to begin your future. Along your path at PNW, you learn to grow, to become an innovator of what will become your own individual future. And this brings me to our second observation about you, impact. And it is about your future, your maturity to learn as learned citizens to impact others to bring about change. You prepared well for the day when you are ready to leave your mark. All the academic work is no good if ultimately it does not touch people. Children who need to be taught, patients who need your care, colleagues who need your advice, or neighbors who need your help. With your dedication, with your drive to make the world a better place, you will make academic knowledge have an impact on our constituent communities. One child, one patient, one colleague, and one neighbor at a time. So where then does your past, your eagerness to innovate, meet your future, your commitment to impact others? Well, they meet right here in the present, at this very moment. And this then is our third and final observation about you. You continue to improve. While you were a student at Purdue University Northwest, I hope we open some doors for you, doors into your future, for you to walk through and innovate and impact and improve. So here then is my simple charge to you. When you see those open doors, explore what lies beyond. Right now in the present, be innovative in choosing your own future. Have the courage to walk through one of those doors. Walk through and find yourselves. And it is okay too to walk back out and check another door, another future, but ultimately do walk through one of the open doors. And as you do, if you see someone behind you who needs a little extra encouragement, a little extra help to walk through that door, make an impact by engaging them to join you. Guide them through that door towards your connected and collective journeys to continuously improve yourselves and the world around you. Innovate, impact, improve. 3 words that guide your future. They define this beginnings day, and they are my charge to you. Please know that we are proud of you. Please know that we are proud of those who made all of this happen for you. But also know that we know that you should be very proud of yourselves. You did it. I wish you well, I congratulate you, and I salute you. Chancellor Keon, these students have successfully fulfilled the requirements of undergraduate curricula in their respective colleges. Having gained approval for graduation by the college faculties, I now present them to you to award their degrees.
We are honored that Trustee Malcolm DeKruiger, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, is here today to confirm degrees. Trustee DeKruiger, please join me at the podium.
Observing the respected custom of institutions of higher learning and exercising the authority of the trustees at Purdue University legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and acting on behalf of the faculty of this institution, I now confer upon you who have fulfilled the requirements the appropriate baccalaureate and associate degree with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. I also solemnly place upon you those obligations which you must henceforth assume as holders of those degrees. As evidence of your ability to fulfill the requirements and obligations of this degree, you will now be given your diploma.
Will each college marshal now escort the baccalaureate and associate degree graduates forward to receive their diplomas? Graduates, please do be seated until your row is called. And we will begin with the graduates of the College of Business, escorted by candidate marshal Ms. Christian Trigg. Brooke Foltz. Amelia N. Cannon. Rebecca Ruth Ordway. Michelle E. L. McNorton. Rachel Tacker. Alexandra Elizabeth Sink. Katie J. Petrowski. Luis Arteaga. Austin Schweikert. Timothy James Ramsey. Brandon Arthel Daniel. Peter Elias Dallas. Matthew J. Kuzbel. Kyle Jerome Wolf. Cody J. Langford. Tyler Safana. Trey A. Griffin. Edward Daniel Stewart. Rebecca Joy Balsley. Alexandra Pavlinac. Bethany Rianne Waugh. Megan Boo. Brent M. Bannock. Sarah Elizabeth Quiros. Myra Valle Romero.
I got to interrupt here just for a second. I thought this was a celebration. I feel like I'm the only guy clapping here, so it is okay for, as long as with respect, you can clap for your young person and what they've done. So,
Thank you, Don.
so while I'm up here, by the way, I mentioned that thing about sit it out or dance. You technology students there in the back row, better not sit it out or dance, because you can definitely compete with the rest of your fellow students. So congratulations.
Okay, hang on. Wait now. Natalie Jane Stewart. Okay. Courtney Lynn Knotts. Jeremy R. Kostriba. Roy Newman Napier. Vicky Lynn Sizemore. James Paul Ragusta, Jr. Scott C. Fedor. Michael Radigan. Megan Smith. Catherine A. Eaton. Elizabeth C. Lustgarten. Thomas Michael Wright. Adam J. Redinger. Jocelyn Schooley. Edgar B. Martinez. Mariah Lorraine Graber. Tala Marie Gentry. Brittany Nicole Zerazi. Kerrigan Marie Baxter. Melinda L. Plawecki. Kendall Singleton. And Rachel B. Rogers. The graduates of the College of Business. the graduates of the College of Engineering and Sciences, escorted by Candidate Marshal Mr. J.C. White. Austin Jared Lovecamp. Catherine R. Robbins. Jordan Michael Lee Gilbert. Chad A. Lee. Emmanuel Vargas. Lincoln F. Bernard. Wesley Evan Robinson. Gabrielle M. Leonard. David Matthew Lehman. Aaron Michael Schoof. Samuel Mark Richmond. Jaden Olivia Lane. Zachary Franklin Randall. Robert J. Manning. Joseph N. Brown. Kimberly D. Samashek. Abigail R. Pearson. Brittany M. Randall. Lorraine M. Sheets. Andrea Danielle Owen. Haley D. Frazier. Christopher W. Willichko. Shannon Lee Hunsley. Haley C. Jackson. Samantha Grace Warren. Marissa N. Wattles. Kyle Jacob Sturdy. Jordan B. Brodner. Alec V. Coates. Hope Jacqueline Shine. Crystal C. Monsibais. Cheyenne Lynn Marie Garpo. Riley D. Enos. And Melanie Aurelia Schiebel. The graduates of the College of Engineering and Sciences. The graduates of the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences, escorted by Candidate Marshal Ms. Amy Labascus. Alexis Nicole Morikis. Samantha Benson. Amanda J. Bogelin. Nicole Renee Anthony. Hannah Ashley Cox. Melissa Lee Coffin. Cherith Dawn Hoffman. Abby Jean Ruth Van Tyne. Kayla M. DeBoer. Natalie Ann Radke. Andrea Elizabeth Wireman. Alex J. Harry. Lucille Lee McBride. Angela D. Winget. Alexandra R. Quadra. Shay Victoria Holtquist. Tamara Lynn Mounts. Amanda Nicole Brown. Jennifer L. Howard. Stephanie Ann Chaplin. Lindsay May Nadratowski. Christopher Aaron William Landis. Elena Black Eisminger. Kayla M. Luddington. Brianna Fletcher. Rachel L. Palmer. Miguel Chavez. Samantha N. Dapkus. Trent E. Laughlin. Kelly England Shepherd. Jessica Crystal Zentmeyer. Robin Louise Fagley. Andrea McChristian. Maria Saul Sims. Ellen K. Sturgill. Caitlin M. Gensel. Shauna R. DeGraff. Dana Nicole Baylitz. Abigail M. Halashak. Janet Yavanka Maya Dragovrik. Angela Lynn Ward. Phoebe Sutherland. Rebecca Ann Blankenship. Marissa Colleen Hill. Madeline Ruth Bossy. Tristan Jade Fletcher. Hannah Elizabeth Jumsey. Chelsea Marie Grams. Alice Elizabeth Good. Jessica Gabrielle Pearson. Vanessa Tapia. Lauren Ashley Georgieff. Yesenia Garcia Sanchez. Rebecca Marie Wright. Cheyenne Clarice Barrett. Cassandra Aline Wrinkle. Daniel James Konchak. Roxanne Lynn Kaminsky. Samantha Ray Zaremba. Neil J. Jacoby. Dakota Rose Harden. Michelle M. Cunningham. Maria J. Castranovo. Tiffany L. Hoykus. Taylor Lee Walker. Candace J. Molzon. Desiree Eliza Fisher. Tyler Sullivan. Samantha Marie Qualkenbush. Alex Zimmerman. Krista Ann Payton. Carissa Ann Flaidland. Carrick Falk. Jonathan Ryan Wilson. Jasmine Louise Rudd. Allison Gill. Tyler James Sharp. Emily S. Zamitis. Delaney Rain Clark. Catherine Shear. Katrina Diana Games. Jessica A. Merrick. Kiana Elizabeth Williamson. Lauren Kala Sterling. Janelle Nicole Wiest. Jasmine Ray Sleaford. Ariana Marie Bonnets. Mallory Renee McKee. Alyssa Lynn Tampier. Sydney Nicole Sharp. Colette N. Collins. Abigail Joanne Kneifel. Megan Marie Harmon. Madison Ray DeYoung. Brianna Marie Perez. Melissa Ann Peck. Marissa Renee Garcia. Alexandria Nicole Day. Shelby Aubrey. Carissa Nicole Jones. Abigail C. Guido. Sienna Joy Marsh. Kate R. Setch. Crystal D. Bennett. Alexis Ariane Haga. Marisela M. Medina. Mary Lee Gable. Abigail Meinhard. Jasmine Marie Jocelyn. And Irma Marie Deanda Schroeder. The graduates of the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences. The graduates of the College of Nursing, escorted by candidate Marshal Ms. Amy Grossman. Virginia Diaz. Rubenelli Calderon. Monica Isabel Renteria Gaeta. Adrian A. Church. Chico Hatai. Wang Lu. Robert Joseph Kabicki. Lori Buell. Nicole Marie Griffin. Amber L. Wireman. Brittany Richards. Elizabeth Renee Saylor. Mandy Ann Swanson. Rebecca Ann Keller. Faith E. Bakich. Madison C. Edwards. Lauren Brianne Tomaszewski. Abby Linnea Sittima. Emily Renee Hewlett. Krista Ann Denvit. Kelly Suzanne Doobie. David Michael Almendarez III. Jamie Marie Lemon. Yasmin Garcia. Caitlin J. Sharp. Kelsey L. Flugout. Stephanie Valdivinos. Marissa Rose Herrera. Kristen A. Wessy. Andrew T. Schroeder. Ginger Eileen Edson. Charles Paul Zakatansky. Ian E. Gonsorek. The graduates of the College of Nursing. The graduates of the College of Technology, escorted by candidate Marshal Ms. Amy Bishop. Brandon Dixon. Chase T. Bell. Logan James Harpenaw. Dylan Osbolt. Kristen Lynn Fuller. Bryce Fitzgerald Compton. Kevin Edward Myrick. Yulia Maros. Matthew John Schmidt. Daniel W. Morris. Austin D. Arndt. Ian S. Pearson. Jonah L. Noel. Jeffrey J. Halter. Corey Wayne Bartow. Robert Luther Kennedy. Alec Woodson. Frank Giovanni Strino. Michael A. Rodriguez. Ricky Forrest Johnson, Jr. Jeremy L. Burnett. Daniel Douglas Waters. Taylor Marie Redelman. Nicholas G. Siebert. Dylan Matthew Lindquist. Matthew Yuki Simpson. Julian B. Lopez. Chad L. Ramirez. Dakota Ray Lehman. Benjamin Michael Jumsey. Jonathan Vlamos. Robert S. Pendowski. Bradley A. Piper. Matthew D. Prescott. Sean M. Albano. Michael W. Clark. Brandon Joseph Benson. Samuel H. Pochlapek. Caitlin L. Campbell. Charles C. Fegley. Ryan Charles Vespo. Samuel W. Waruru. Zachary T. Tuthill. Andrew J. Schulteis. Zachary Scott Peterson. Eric Joseph Beebe. Jake Matthew Southwell. And Gabrielle N. Trottier. The graduates of the College of Technology.
To signify the completion of your degree requirements and receipt of your diploma, I now invite all graduates to move the tassels on their mortarboard to the left side. Congratulations, you are now Purdue University Northwest graduates. To officially welcome you to the Purdue University Northwest alumni contingents comprised of thousands, I invite Ms. Ashley Gerodamos, Executive Director of the Northwest Alumni Association, to the podium.
Congratulations to the newest Purdue University Northwest alumni. I am honored to be the first to welcome you into the PNW alumni community. As graduates, you join a community of over 64,000 strong, made up of CEOs and entrepreneurs, of lawyers and advocates, of leading scholars and researchers, Emmy Award winners, mayors, state representatives, journalists, nurses, physicians, authors, judges, and so much more. Each a story that has added to our rich history and paved the way for future Purdue Northwest students. It doesn't seem like very long ago that I was sitting where you are today. I am a very proud 2008 graduate of Purdue Northwest. I reflect fondly on my time as an undergrad. It wasn't always easy, but this is the place where I met some of my closest friends, made lifelong connections, and even the place where I met my husband. When I entered the workforce, it became very evident to me and my supervisors that the education I received at Purdue Northwest prepared me to succeed in my field of study and beyond. Outside of my own family, the biggest supporters I've had throughout my career have been my professors and other PNW community members. Before I returned to serve PNW, it was deeply important to me to stay connected. These people continued to be my mentors and advocates, creating new connections for me. Purdue Northwest is more than books, bricks, and mortar. Its real value is in its community of people. So my advice for you is to stay connected. Shoot a quick email to your favorite professor to check in or let them know of a new project that you're working on. Encourage your company to recruit from PNW. Find me on LinkedIn. Keep up with what's happening here on campus and within your alumni community. Your network is strong. Stay engaged in it. You each have your own stories that you have created in your time here. Now, 2018 graduates, go out there and continue writing your story and paving the way for future Purdue Northwest students. I am so proud to call you fellow alumni. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ashley. Ladies and gentlemen, Anna Dooley, Student Government Vice President, will now respond to the graduates on behalf of all Purdue Northwest students.
Good afternoon, graduates. My name is Anna Dooley, and I am a new graduate of the College of Nursing at Purdue University Northwest. I want to welcome and thank Chancellor Keon, Provost Mueller, Trustee DeKruiger, President Daniels, our Vice Chancellors, our faculty, staff, honored family, and guests. Today, graduates, when you walk out of these doors, you're leaving it all behind. Every test, quiz, senior design project, and care plan. The successes, failures, joys, and frustrations. You have overcome each of these challenges and are present now because of your intellect, your endurance, and maybe because of the helping hands others have offered to you. The name Purdue University Northwest stands behind you now. Don't take it lightly. This degree has prepared you to be an effective agent of change in your community. And your community needs you. Your community needs highly trained individuals who can handle adversity and differences. It needs individuals who can envision meaningful goals and who can work together to achieve these goals. The journey we take through college is very similar to the journey of a very famous violinist by the name of Itzhak Perlman. Itzhak Perlman is a virtuoso violin player who has been performing internationally for over 50 years. He exudes a lot of joy with each note that he plays and a certain tenderness that lends itself to his style. But despite the carefree nature of his music, Itzhak Perlman has never known an easy life. After contracting polio as a very young child, he was forever disabled and cannot walk across the concert stage without the aid of a pair of crutches. Every time Perlman chooses to perform, he also chooses the task of stepping out on stage and painfully moving toward his chair in front of the audience. Once this difficult journey is complete, he takes up his violin and flawlessly leads the audience on a brilliant musical journey. Such a performance is not merely taken for granted. The long journey it took to reach the audience intensifies the appreciation of those who listen. College is hard. It's arduous and sometimes boring. Yet without these challenges, we would not fully appreciate the degrees we earn today. Only a small percentage of the population of the entire world even has the opportunity to attend college, and many who begin do not finish the challenge. As a Purdue University college graduate walking across the stage, consider the long journey of Itzhak Perlman crossing his stage to face his audience and share his gifts with the world. You also have endured a long journey, but today it's all worth it. You are now primed and ready to stand before the world and be the brilliant educator, engineer, nurse, scientist, politician, writer, accountant, or entrepreneur, standing in the spotlight and sharing your gifts and abilities. But before you move on to those bigger and better things, take a moment to say thank you. Think of those family members who cheered you on with a hug, a warm meal, a word of encouragement. Think of your friends and classmates who provided a listening ear, a helpful hand, a study guide, or a good joke to keep your spirits up. Think of the professors and tutors who patiently sat down with you to ensure that you truly learned and passed your classes. Think of your personal community that has supported you. And now get ready to get back to your communities. Your long, difficult journey has ended. It's time to perform and give back to those communities what they have put into you. I wish you all the best, and congratulations, my fellow graduates.
Thank you, Anna. I was going to give you a long farewell, but I think I'm going to follow the direction of our guest speaker today, and I'm just going to say, if you can make it here, you'll make it anywhere. Purdue Northwest, Northwest. Congratulations once again to the graduates of Purdue University Northwest Spring Class of 2018, as well as their families. There will be an informal reception for graduates and guests immediately following the ceremony in the Great Hall located in this facility. I hope you will all attend. I ask you that you remain seated for the recession of the platform party and the faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth commencement exercise of Purdue University Northwest has now concluded.